Here is a pattern drafting tutorial for the top you see on the thumbnail. I already went ahead to add my body measurement. Feel free to do same. From the center front of my pattern paper on the bust point, under bust, waist and hip, I'll be taking my bust span measurement, which is 4 inches. I'll connect with a straight line. I will connect from my bust point line to the end of my top. The length of my top is 25 inches. Now for my darts, I'll be using 1 inch on both sides, the side front and the center front. I'm going to be taking 1 inch. I will be taking that on the under bust line. From my bust point line, I will come down by half an inch and then connect my darts. Divide your bust measurement by 4 and add what you have on the bust point line. I'll do the same thing for my under bust. I'll divide my under bust measurement by 4. I'll mark it and I'll replace my dart of 1 inch. I'll do the same thing for my waistline. My under bust circumference and my waist circumference, they are the same. For my hip, I will take my hip measurement, divide by 4 and make a mark. I'm not adding any sewing allowance to my pattern. I only replaced my dart. Now after connecting my basic measurement on the hem of my dress, I'm going to come out by 1 inch to extend the shape I have around the hem of my dress. This is optional if you do not want to do this. Now for my bust dart intake, I'm going to be coming down by 1 inch. The difference between my front half length and back half length is 1 inch. My front half length from shoulder to waist is 18 inches and the back is 17 inches, and that is why I'm taking out 1 inch for my bust dart. For the princess dart effect on this shirt, I will come down from my shoulder by 3 inches. I'll mark that, then connect it with a slight curve to the bust point. To tighten the armhole, I'll mark down 1 inch from that point and extend the 1 inch across to the armhole line, and I'll just be connecting that 1 inch to the bust point as shown, and I'll further extend the 1 inch outwards. The reason I'll be extending the 1 inch outward is after cutting on our fabric, we do not want any shortage while we are joining, so we're just going to replace that 1 inch so everything comes out nice and neat. I'll further go ahead to blend out my new armhole. Now this is the new armhole I have for my front piece. I left about 3 inches from the top of my paper and I'm going to be marking 1.5 inch for the width of my built-up neckline. I made a slight curve to my shoulder line. The width of my neckline is 3 inches and I'm just going to mark down 3 inch as a guide. Then I'll further go ahead to mark my chest line. My armhole line is 7.5 inch from the shoulder, but I do not want this neckline to be too deep, so I'm just going to come up. I think I came up by 1.5 inch and I'm just going to connect that to be my new chest line. After marking my chest line, I'm just going to slant my ruler this way to get my neckline. So from that 1.5 inch we came up by, as our built-up neckline, I'll be connecting it to the new chest line as shown. Now this is the neckline we'll be using, not the round neckline we drew earlier. For my center front, I will just be using my marker to indicate that there will be buttons on this top. As seen on the thumbnail, there is no plankets on this top, so they're just buttons they added to the front. So now for the slits at the bottom part of this top, I will go in by 2 inch and just come down from my waistline by 3 inch or 4 inches, and I will just connect. I'll go ahead now to cut this out. From the side front, I came up by 1 inch, and I'll just connect this to give a little bit of shape to the side of my top. To achieve the fullness by the side of this top, I will measure what I have on my side front, divide that into 2, and I'll draw down a straight line. I'll further go ahead to split this open with my scissors, and we'll be using the slash and spread method. I couldn't catch everything I did for the side front, but later I will be showing you how I did the slash and spread method. After cutting, this is what it should be looking like, and this is how you spread it on another paper. So I'm going to spread and I'll tape this down. For my back part, I already went ahead to draft my basic measurement, my shoulder, bust point, waist, and the length of my dress. So for the back of my dress, I'm still going to use 1.5 inch for the the height of my collar, and I'll just make a little curve to the shoulder line. I'll take my bust measurement divided by 4. I'll place that on my chest line and bust point line. For my waistline, I'll do the same thing, but we'll be adding that to the back part. From my center back, I'll be marking out 1/2 inch on the waistline. We're not going to be adding zipper to this top, so we do not want any bulge. So I'm just going to eliminate that part. Now I'll be taking my bust pan measurement from that point, 4 inches, to the hem of my dress and also the bust point. I'll connect this together, and I'll be using 1/2 inch for this back part. We used 1 inch on both sides for our darts. Now this back piece, I'll be using 1/2 inch on both sides. So I'm going to be marking 1/2 inch towards the side back and center back. After marking, I'll take my waist measurement and replace my 1 inch dart. Then I'll just connect my basic bodice pattern. The 1 inch I added to the side of my front piece, I'll be doing the same thing for the back piece. I'll just use my curve ruler to blend as shown. From my armhole, I'll come down by 3 inch as I did for the front piece, and I'll connect to my bust point. From the height of my collar, I'll come in by 0.25, mark that and connect to the neckline. The same thing I did for the side front, I will be doing the same thing for the side back. I slashed and opened as shown, and I'll be cutting this out. Now after cutting, this is what my back part looks like. The side back and side front looks equal by the sides because of the darts we took out. This will be all for the pattern drafting of this tutorial. Stay tuned, subscribe to watch the sewing tutorial. Bye.